So I just wanted to say I don't care about your birthday the same way these other people said that they care about your birthday. I'm taking it in the way that, yeah, logically and, uh, what the other thing I'm thinking about is the treatment plan. So I was just like, I got my injection today for schizophrenia, so um, like, okay, let's see how good this treatment plan works this month. And I also got $300 added to my card, so I knew that by association you can tell me when you want to go get something, some like cookies or some soda. So I just really wanted to talk to you about this thing. Okay, so I was just like, yeah, I'm touching out, it's great. Um, that's just like, how did I get that title? Like, that's just like perfect, right? But like, I'm also like waiting for him to come meet me, and so I just realized that like I have the chance to show some compassion and to really just like have like fuller understanding of what's been going on. So uh, that is just like me taking my own way, and just like that, like I haven't really done that in a long time. So I wanted to share with you that like I could still be your girlfriend. Um, yeah, just he's been calling, but it's not picking up. It's charging it. It's like money. It's just like, okay, so I was talking to like this guy who says he's Ted's brother, and I was trying to like start conversations with him, and I'm just like, geez, you're a lot of work. Okay, so this is gonna take some time. Do you realize you need to invest and then make returns? And it's just like you have to be worth the time that you spend. I'm telling him this, and he's like not listening all the way. He's like says he's listening, and then he's just like going off and talking about like people dying, and I'm just like, no, that's not what we were doing. That's like way far off. Like him even like having an imagination for that is just like, what the hell? Okay, so I'm just like, that's who Chad was gonna bring with me. He was gonna bring with him to have like a buddy on the road and stuff. So, but hey, so yeah, I was just thinking that like we could just be doing our own thing, and then like he could come here and we could just talk about it. Like we're adults, we could actually be able to like hash some of this and like put it organized, like what stays in, what stays out. Like I think we got this covered, and it's time for us to actually like at least remember each other as friends. And I'm just like, yeah, that's kind of where he's at. Like, he's so unavailable right now. Chad just like, I can't talk to him on the phone, and so I'm just like, all these things that he was promising me, I'm just like, I put weight on that, and then it's just like, he is gonna have to start over. He really is, and like, it's good that he put so much in it that I have a memory of it, but the memory is just like, okay, you want to talk about witchcraft because that's like the spell's breaking. So yeah, I'm just waiting. The manager here was talking to me for a little while, and she was being really cooperative and just trying to hone in workflows and like asking me sizes and what I think I could put in. And all this, like, she said that uh, I'm already focused on my treatment and about staying here as a resident, so like she thinks that's okay. So I just talked to the head of the attorney's office, and he said that I'm not cornered. I have the most experienced public defender, and she's just being straightforward as part of her personality. And then there is actually a chance to make it a contest. So that's kind of what their position is that they are like, uh, uh, the word is competitive. Yeah, so I just sent some messages to my ex, my kid's dad, talking about all this too. About like what it was like getting organized for court and just like what decision we're gonna continue to make. And yeah, I'm just kind of waiting because like he hasn't been the fastest responding. He's just been kind of like doing his thing and just like he's like, oh, I'm number one now. I'm just like, yeah, that's great. He's off in his own world, and he's saying that our son would be better like that too. I'm just like, you really, like, did you get the whole headset? Did you get the whole, like, idea? And he just keeps saying that same thing to me, so I'm just like, yeah, he must have had something from there. Because, like, people in their strength are the ones that tend to repeat, you know? So, um, I'm just like, I've been so busy exploring so many new things and just like trying to like grasp what it is that really happened and with my heart and just like being able to like really guide that into the right place. And I'm just not realizing, I'm just like, so there is not really like a specific home for this. It's just that I have like when I release myself from having so much gratitude and appreciation and just like turning a page into like what we can be if we can have anything, and I'm just like, okay, so I've been just like so patient and so like understanding of so many things, and I'm just like, that was like me being like trying to be like this woman of like just be right, just be like if I give myself 2 chances a day and then everything after that is just like, well, that's messed up, you know, that's kind of what I've been just like, but okay, now I'm just like going back to the States, and it's like, I really said, I was like, okay, so I'm never going to regret having housing with you, and I'm just like, that started when I was in Illinois, when I was pregnant, when I had the baby, when the baby was under our roof, and I'm just like, okay, so even if it takes as much for me to have connections with that baby and really like recognize what it is that brought me that far in my journey, I'm still like, oh, okay, so this has a moment of peace, and that's what he's named after, is peace. It's like there's this like beginning of when you start to make a decision, and then there's like this evolution of just like everything in the whole world changes for you, and then there's just like I started to settle down in that, and I was just like, okay, well, I keep feeling like I'm buried, and I don't want to take the wrong turn, and I'm just like, I gotta really like make myself trust these people and really know that that's coming from an authentic place. And I'm just like, okay, so I am using what I know for myself and like applying that to you. But it's like, yeah, that's returning, but like it's also just like, if I had a better outlook of like how I was going to be responsible to you, then I would really be taking it as like I'm second chair, you know. And I've just been like, I've been like that my whole life. Like I've really been like, I didn't win anything in first place. I just kept going to second place. I just kept being the supporter. I just kept being the one who was like, okay, so we destroyed something. Now let's be honest. And I'm just like, so through hell or high water, I've been this person who's just still standing through all of this. And now I'm told it's like time to start picking up my feet. And I'm just like, oh, holy cannoli, I have feet. Like, I could actually go places with this. And I'm just like, okay, so all that appreciation that I had, all that the water's rising, and as beautiful as it may be, as magical and momentous as I've been able to like channel this energy, I'm still like, okay, this is like, I'm having more of a sense of like what I'm supposed to be doing than I did when I was living with literally anybody else who So, like, the biggest difference in this is that I'm really getting a feeling for that even when I'm, like, going through really tough times and it's just like, oh my gosh, this is stressful, I'm still, like, here. Like, I just, what I'm trying to explain is just that heaven moves, you know, and it just, like, wherever my placement is doesn't always mean that I'm going to get the best protection, but it does mean that I will still come through this in one piece. And uh, yeah, so I'm always going to have something to like renew myself from, right? And even if that comes from trusting like Jesus, this is just like I still have like all this destruction and taking apart everything that I put together. It's like I think about when my ex broke up with me and he was just like, I want to take a break. Like, I really just want to break everything off. And so he got to this place where he felt like it was definitely okay for him to destroy and like crumple like all of this like known effort and all of this forgiveness and just like put it in a place where no one else could get to it unless they were like the gift. Just like the mercy and the taker of pleas, you know, just like this person who had a higher understanding of communication than the people who were stepping on his feet. So it's like he straight went and hit me with a grappling hook, and he was like, "Come here, princess, like the day you saved." And I'm just like, every day, it's like, we're gonna talk about vibes with that, but definitely the big day is saved, and I'm just like, yeah, that's great. I'm really happy that you were able to like wish me a happy Valentine's Day, and I'm just like, I don't have to cower anymore, and I'm just like, this is something that I'm like walking through. Like, there's no shortcuts when it comes to the underworld. So you asking me then, you're just like, okay, so was this meant to be? It's like, yes, it was definitely meant to be. And just like, can I have more bites of your ice cream? And then you're like, hey, do you want more bites of my ice cream? Just like, magic mirror on the wall doesn't even happen. Like, we are as full in spirit as we can ever possibly be. And it's just like, our house, that's the thing that keeps like diverting and like reattending to all of this energy, and this energy is just like didn't go there, didn't have a winked place.